Okay, there we go. I'm back. They not gonna call back again, but I be and look, I have do not disturb on when I'm on Instagram, and it don't be working. Y'all, I gotta figure out how to work my phone. I apologize. So today, let me explain myself again. We are doing the ladies' lesson. I did the men's lesson, okay, on containment. Today we're doing the ladies' lesson. So the fellas, I didn't want y'all to think I had left them out. I have not. I'm about to come for them too. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. Ladies, are you an ally to your man's masculinity or to men's masculinity? He don't even have to be your man. Are you an ally to men's masculinity? Let's get into it. Okay. Let's do this right now. All right, so we had discussed the other night or the other day, it was like middle of the day, I went live, and we talked about containment and how important it is for a woman to have healthy containment in a relationship with a man, and not just a romantic relationship, whether that's her father, her brother, her uncles, her grandfather, her male friends, doesn't matter. Men who offer containment to women, they have the best relationship with women. Men who love women, women love. Okay? So don't ever forget that. If you struggling and having problems in your relationship with women, it's got something to do with that. You do not have a genuine love and affection for women. You're not curious about women. You're not interested in learning about women. Okay? You're not emotionally intelligent enough to really meet the needs of the woman you're with, because that's what it's going to require. Now, let's flip the switch, okay? Because we're about to talk about the ladies and what they need to be providing, what they need to be doing in order to have healthier relationships with men. And yes, I have a whole lot to say about this topic because we got a whole lot of women out here that don't have a clue on how to keep a good man, okay? How to attract and keep and maintain a good relationship with a good man. We have a whole lot of women that missed out on that auntie lesson, that mama lesson, grandma lesson. You didn't get them lessons. You didn't get them feminine energy lessons. So we about to give that lesson today. Okay? Ladies, if you are going to have a healthy relationship with men, and this again is all men. So this is my daddy, this is my brothers, this is my uncles on both my mother and father's side. This is my grandfather on both my mother and father's side. Okay, these are my male friends. These are my male colleagues, my male acquaintances. I have to become an ally to their healthy masculinity, not an adversary. Okay, so that's the opposite. A lot of y'all, and I got a few notes here. A lot of y'all are adversaries to men, and you wonder why you struggle with attracting a great guy. Because let's keep it real. Just like I said about men, women, you have to love men. Men have to feel that coming off of you, that you have a genuine love and appreciation and admiration for men. And many of you do not. You do not like men, okay? There is a follower I have on my platform who is honest enough to straight up say it. She's like, I don't like men. Men are horrible. Men are evil. Men are this, men are that. Okay, so the last thing she should be doing is trying to get in a relationship with one, because she has acknowledged she has not had any man, any male in her life that has brought anything of value or anything valuable or anything positive or, okay. I appreciate her honesty. I really do. And I say, good. So don't go the direction of, oh, I want to get married. Oh, I want to have a man. I want to have a boyfriend. No, because you don't like men. And trust me when I tell you, see, here's what's going to happen to a lady like that. If you don't like men, if you fear men, if you don't admire men, if you're scared of men, that's the man you're going to attract. If you believe men are shiftless, lazy, if you believe men cheat and lie, that's the man you're going to attract. You are pushing out of you, so everything outside of you is you pushed out. Everything you believe in is you pushed out. That's what's going to happen. So understand that, ladies. You cannot walk around and have negative opinions about men and expect to get a really great guy. Oh, he's going to be so... No, you're going to get exactly what you believe. You cannot have beyond what you believe. And that's what a lot of women are not understanding. That's the inner work that you need to do within you. You don't like men like that. You don't like men like that. You don't trust men like that. And yet you wonder why you keep attracting untrustworthy men. Because you don't trust men. You have to change that narrative. I work every day on my mindset. I work every day on my beliefs. Every night that I go to sleep, my subliminal is put on, and it is filling my mind with positive messages about all the things I want to see show up in my life, including men. And a lot of you need to do the same thing. You don't like men like that. You don't. And so you're going to attract exactly what you believe, exactly what you think. That's what's going to show up. And then here's the interesting thing about it. So the thing that you believe is what's going to show up, which is further going to cement what you believe. And now that is hardwired in your brain. Men lie, a liar shows up, and you go, see, I told you. And then we're back to men lie. And then another liar shows up. See, I told you. And it's a vicious cycle. But anyway, so how do we become an ally to a man's masculinity? All right. Number one, we believe the best of men. We work on our mindset. We make sure that what we believe inside of us is what we want to show up outside of us. So we believe that there are wonderfully great men. We believe that there are men who are faithful, who are loving, who are loyal. And guess what? We look for, this is what we do. We look for examples of it everywhere. And I do this on the regular. So I have on my feed, like, black love and engagements and all kind of good stuff like that. Because I need to see examples of the thing that I wish to attract. Hello, good morning. Okay. And so that's what I encourage a lot of women to do. But here's what they tell me. Oh, I be getting that and I be seeing it and I feel so envious and so jealous. And then I wonder where my man is and why my man ain't here. And I'm like, look, okay, this is supposed to be giving you hope. It's supposed to be making you feel better, not worse. Okay. But because I do that, I see signs of healthy love everywhere. I see signs of healthy love when I walk outside of my office. I see signs of healthy love everywhere, on television, on social media, everywhere I go. I see signs of healthy love because I believe in it. I see signs of marriage because I believe in it. There's no part of me that does not believe there are wonderful men out there. Okay, I attracted a lot of married couples. That shows me good. That's exactly what you want to happen. So the first place you got to go is in. What do I believe about men? What do I believe about marriage? What do I believe about relationships? Write it out. And when you do that, those limiting beliefs are going to come forward. If you do not censor yourself, what you really think is going to come forward. And so if things like, I can't trust men, men lie, men cheat, men are sneaky, men don't want to commit. See, that the real you, what you really think deep in you is going to come out. And those are the beliefs that you got to work on changing. Okay. She says COVID has changed people's aspect of what they want in life. To some extent. I don't believe we're all that much different. We've been the same for thousands and thousands of years. Yes, we went through a kind of a globally traumatic event, but I believe, me personally, I'm a strong person. I'm a strong-minded person. I don't let what's outside of me get in me. So COVID didn't change who I am. And I keep telling people that we have to stop letting what's outside of us get in us. Okay. You set the culture. You set the tone, not the other way around. Whatever's going on in the world right now, that don't change what's going on inside of me. I get to set the culture. I set the tone. I set my values. I set my morals. If I tell people, I don't do the casual sex thing. Like, I don't do the situationship. I don't do the friends with benefits. That's just what it is. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I don't do it. And that's what I ask you all to stand on. Stop letting modern day culture and what's cool and what everybody is doing, stop doing that. Stop doing that. That does not benefit you. Okay? But we must be a man's ally. All right? Not his adversary. So the first step is inner. We have to go inside and identify the things that we tell ourselves that is going to make these self-fulfilling prophecies come about. Okay? And if you're telling yourself a bunch of negative things about men, a bunch of negative things about relationships, limiting beliefs about this stuff. I can't be in a good relationship. I can't seem to find someone. I'm hard to live with. I don't know how to love. I'm unlovable. See, you start telling yourself and thinking all that stuff, people are going to come into your world and they're going to mirror that back to you. The world is a mirror. It's showing you. And you know what? Instead of you going in, you want to point out. You want to say, no, it's y'all. It's this. No, it's not. It's you. You need to change. Okay, I'm going to get off on that point because y'all don't like it when I talk about inner work. Y'all don't like it when I be saying you need to do some work. He said some women don't care about that, real talk. Hey, like I said, all I can do is deliver the message. Whether you take it or not, that's on you. All right. Second, we want to ask ourselves, again, we're trying to be an ally for a man's masculinity. We're not teaching him how to be masculine. We're not his teacher. We're not his therapist. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'm not your mother. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your therapist. But I can be an ally to you being a good, healthy, masculine man. How do I do that? Number one, I respect you. Respect is the number one thing that a man needs. Not once, needs. And then sex is the close second. But anyway, we're going to get to that. Respect. A man needs a woman's respect to be his best masculine self. He needs to feel admired. He needs to feel appreciated. He needs to feel as if he brings value. And so before all these women start getting in the comments, or you looking at the replay and you getting in the comments, well, these men be doing this and they not respectable and they be doing that and my man, okay. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is, why are you interacting with those men? Why are you interacting with men you don't respect? Again, it all comes back to you. And again, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like the fact that you are forced to look at yourself. Why are you interacting with men you don't respect? That's the question you need to ask yourself. I had a lady earlier today, came in with her husband. And when I tell y'all, I mean, she sat there and told me every wrong and bad and awful thing he ever did. And look, told this story about how they met and he wasn't a high school graduate and he didn't have nothing. And she has a master's degree and she is the breadwinner and this and that. And she just called herself trying to make him look horrible. And then you know what I said? I said, then why did you choose him? If you saw all that and he saw not all that, why would you choose him? And we sat there in silence for about 2 minutes because I let people sit in silence. I don't need to say words. I want you to let what I ask you sink into your head. Why would you choose a man like that? And now, they've been together 8 years. See, she don't realize it, but she holding all that against him. She holding all that against him. Well, he didn't have this and he didn't do that. And then he eventually got his high school diploma and he got his degree and this and that. Like I made him. Sweetheart, like I said, you got to change this attitude or this marriage is not going to last. Or unless you want to be the man in the marriage. You want to be the man in the marriage? Keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to be the man in the marriage. I was born with the female parts and that's what I want to be. The girl. So ladies, I'm going to say this one time. If you are with a man you do not respect, you need to self-assess. You need to assess quickly what you're going to do about that. Okay? Because that cannot be the pushback answer. well, he's not respectable. He's not doing this. He's okay. Then you need to make a decision, because I'm still going to ask, especially if you're married to that man, that you show respect. You show respect to him. And there's lots of ways that women disrespect men. They don't think they are, but they are. Every time you question a decision, every time you go behind him, you give him something to do or ask him to do something, and then you go behind him. Every time you cut him off, every time you negate whatever it is he's saying, every time you correct him in front of someone, every time you mother him, every time you second guess him, you are disrespecting him. Every time you tell him how to drive and which way to go, every time you question when he does try to have a leadership role. Oh, we're going here at this time to this place. Why do you choose that? Why are we going here? See, here we go. Oh, but you want a masculine man. Make up your mind. Okay? So, respect. And understand this, ladies. A man is not a woman. The things you would do with your girlfriend, the questions you would ask, and the, cutting each other off, and just how you interact is totally different with a man. Your man is not your girlfriend. Okay? He requires respect from you. He requires a certain level of trust in him. And yes, y'all, I said it in the men's lesson. I want men to lead. I gave a whole long list of what I expect from a man who gives a woman containment. I gave a very long list. Okay? So if I'm expecting him to do that, here's what I'm expecting you to do. Zip it. Say, oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's your response. We going here. We doing this at this time. Oh, great. Wonderful. Oh, that. See? Let the man lead. You have to be leadable. You have to submit to the leadership. And I'm going to be real with y'all. Sometimes you have to let balls fall out of the air. Like we juggling all these balls, right? A man's okay. And when a woman leans back and she lets a man take over something, she lets him be accountable for it. She lets him be responsible for it. That means she leans back. And whatever happens, happens. Let those balls fall. Let him figure out what to do about it. Okay? You don't lean forward, and this what the women be telling me. Well, Anita, if I didn't do it, would nobody do it? Oh, well. And if I didn't bring my bags in, if I didn't do this, them bags still be sitting out there. And if that's Anita, and I say, hey, babe, can you go and get the groceries in? And he didn't get it right then, them groceries still be sitting out there. That is not an invitation. See, ladies, hear me well. You asking a man to help you or to do something, or you saying, hey, I'd like for you to schedule this or do this or that. Him not doing it is not an invitation for you to become a man. Okay? Hear me well. That's not your invitation to jump into that role, because I'm not going to do it. Like, we just ain't a fit. If I expect you, if I say, hey, babe, do this, do that, or can you help me with this? This will feel so good, blah, blah, blah. All the ways that I have to ask, I'm not doing it. I'm assuming it's done because I gave it to you. That's how much respect I have for a man. That's how much trust I have in a man. Okay? That is being an ally to his masculinity. And let me go here. This is the side conversation for all of you ladies that believe, that actually believe in this toxic trait. You ready? Open your mouth and be direct about what you want and need from a man. Can we let this idea of he should just know? Can you stop looking at memes on Instagram that say, a good man just knows how to treat a woman. A good man just knows what to do. A good man, if he wanted to, he would. Like, can we stop that? Can we stop that? Can I deliver some truth? Can I deliver some 55-year-old auntie truth to you right now about marriage, about relationships? Number one, your relationship, you and your man, is unique to you and your man. It is not like everybody else's relationship. Now, if you're a Christian, you are working within the boundaries of God's God designed role for you. You're working within the boundaries of how God instructs us to have marriages. But everything else is between you and him. That's y'all's unique relationship. Number 2, he cannot read your mind. And most men's emotional intelligence is not that great. And that's not a cut on men. They're just not wired that way. They're not attuned the way women are. There's a reason why God gave you the ability to have the baby. Because he knew in the middle of the night, in a deep sleep, when the baby turned over, you was going to get up. Your eyes was going to open. What's going on? Let me go in here and see. Women are naturally God designed to be attuned to people and relationships and their thoughts and their feelings. Like, we are designed to do that. Men are not designed to do that. Okay? So this idea of, I do it. I be doing stuff for him. I just be, I be meeting needs and doing stuff for him, and he don't have to ask. He not built that way, sis. He not built that way. And stop trying to turn him into a woman. He is a man. And they are not God designed that way. They're not attuned. Can they become more attuned? Sure. I send men to other therapists all day long to work on their emotional intelligence. It's a skill you can learn. But it's not naturally in him. And 3, I expect you to teach the man you chose, to teach the man you're with how to love you. And he got to do the same. So stop listening to these people telling you a good man just knows. A good man no, he don't. No, he don't. If he been in relationships with other women, and guess what? All them other women wanted something different. All them other women was built different. Okay? You are unique. He is unique. I expect you to pick someone great. I expect you to teach that person for as long as it takes. And you see, I didn't put no time on it. As long as it takes for him to get the repetition together to know what you need and to know what you want. But that's something that for some reason, women will not take 100% responsibility for. Y'all don't want to take responsibility to get your wants and needs met. You don't want to open your mouth in a sweet way, in a kind way, in an effective way. You don't want to learn how to effectively communicate. But that's what it's going to take. Stop listening to this toxic crap that a man should just know, and he ain't the right man because he's not attuned. He's not knowing when you on your time of the month, and he's not knowing to bring you the hot water bottle and bring you your favorite snack and all this crap. Man, please, let me tell y'all something. Before I get married again, and people don't believe me when I tell them this, but it's the truth. Anita has created a binder. I have created a binder, y'all. A binder. And guess what that binder have in it? It have all of my personality assessments. It have in it all the stuff about my zodiac sign. It have in it my Enneagram, my Myers-Briggs, the Big Five. It have all of my career assessments. Like, everything there is to know about Anita is in that binder. And then, how about this? It have my wants, don't wants, and needs. That's the self-discovery relationship tool. You can get that for free by clicking over in the link in my bio. You can get the self-discovery relationship tool. Download it and print it out. Fill it out. Teach your person how to love you. Okay? Because none of us were born with that skill. Not even your parents. Let's go here. Oh, Lord. Let's go here. You expect this man that you met in adulthood to love you and know all about you and attune to your needs. And your parents didn't even do that. Your parents made some missteps. Your parents messed up. Your parents didn't give you everything you needed. The people who bore you in this world messed up, didn't effectively communicate, didn't attune to your needs, left you alone, smothered you, or whatever they did. And they meant well. They meant well, but they weren't perfect. Your man ain't perfect. That's what be killing me. Y'all expect the man to just know how to love you, but your own parents didn't even, they didn't do a perfect job. So stop that. Stop that toxic crap. Please stop that toxic crap. Can we lay that down? Anyway, there's a time to be quiet. There's a time to say something. I expect you to say something when it comes to your wants and your needs. I expect you to say something when it's something you don't want. It is all, in fact, in the way that you do it. But we're going to get to that. Your jacked up communication skills, we're about to get to that. But respect, number one, respect your man. That's how you become an ally to his masculinity. Respect all men. Respect and assume positive intent for all men. That's how I operate in the world. I assume positive intent for all men. Until that man shows me different, you good, you healthy, you masculine. The second you show me different, now I got to switch tracks. No, you ain't. You and your feminine energy. Look, y'all, I got a story to tell. Hold on, I'm coming back. There was a comment here that I missed. She said, we need to ask kindly. God can't read women's minds. No, they cannot. He said, I need a woman to get in the kitchen and scramble me an egg. Lord. Okay. My son is 6 and I still awake automatically when he wakes up. It's crazy. Precisely. Like, that's the gift that God gave us. And it's a gift. It's a gift. Women are attuned. It's a gift. Men ain't like that. And y'all need to accept it and stop trying to make men women. You don't want no man as a woman. Okay. Learn how to communicate. Yep. Communication is key. Yep. Okay. I'm caught up. Okay. But look, I assume every man that approaches me, every man that approaches me on Instagram, Facebook, or however they do it, right? In person, through a friend or whatever, at an event, I assume he is a healthy masculine man. And then because I'm observing him and I'm listening and I'm watching, if anything tells me to the contrary, I make my decision right then and there. So if a man rolls up on me, yeah, you know, hey, how you doing? And this and that and the third and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I'm doing great, da, da, da. Oh, yeah, we should go out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. And they give me their number and they say, yeah, you should call me. So based on that brief exchange, I go, okay. I say, you know what? I turn that number over. I write my number on it. I said, that would be wonderful. I look forward to your call. I look forward to connecting. And then I wait. If don't nothing happen, that's what it is. That's what it is. I look forward to your call. I look forward to connecting. I assume he's going to do his part. But guess what? Sometimes they don't. I assume that man is strong. I assume he's going to protect and provide. I assume he's going to take initiative. He's going to be assertive. I assume positive intent until a man shows me otherwise. That's it. That's it. Now, I don't put myself in danger. You know, I don't fully trust a man I don't know. Like, don't be stupid. Don't be foolish about it, ladies. Don't get into a car with a man you don't know. Don't let a man you don't know come to your house. No, I don't do that. But I assume positive intent that this man is good and positive and masculine. And, you know, he's going to take on the role of the man until I am shown otherwise. Until I am shown that he is toxic. Until I am shown that he is angry. Until I am shown, you know, that he is unsafe. Until I am shown that he is passive. Then I assume otherwise. But when I see those things, I'm like, okay, you know, and then that's what it is. I believe what my eyes are showing me. Okay. But assume positive intent. And I know this is a hard one, especially now, because people don't want to be vulnerable. That's going to take a level of vulnerability that most people don't have. But ladies, the 3 tenets of healthy femininity are being passive, being patient, and being vulnerable. And those are the 3 things you need to work on. I need to work on them. I'm still working on them. My patience sucks. Can I be honest? I'm the most impatient person I know. And yet, I've been forced in the last 8-9 months. I've been forced to work on being patient. I really, really have. And, you know, I'm doing my best. That's what I can report. Okay? Respect is number 1. Yes, men want sex. Men need sex. Okay, I'm not going to belabor this point because y'all already know how I feel about that. And ladies, I'm going to keep it real. You need to assess your ability to meet that need. Okay. That's for some reason y'all not doing that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's your ego. I don't know if you're self-absorbed, but y'all really do be believing that men, their sole reason for existing is to give you what you want and need. Y'all really be believing that. Well, I want me a man, almost like you want a bag. I want me a man. I want me a man. Okay, what are you doing for him? What are you doing for him? What is your value to him? What is your purpose to him? That's what I have to check some women on. What are you bringing to the situation? And by that, I do not mean financial. Can we get off of that? Can we let that die? Okay, I'm not talking about financial. I'm not talking about your job and your degree and your house and your car. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about a spirit of partnership, a spirit of encouragement and influence. I'm talking about an energy that some of y'all don't have. Okay, the inner work. Here we are. We're right back at the inner work. How are you helping a man be his best? How are you helping him love you? Like some of y'all don't even want to do that. You don't even want to teach the man how to love you. Like, I shouldn't have to say nothing. He should just know. Okay, I got to get off that point, but it just drives me crazy. I keep coming back to it because it drives me absolutely nuts and it's toxic. So please get off of that. Okay? Figure out what that is. Sit down and really ask yourself what that is. I bring sensuality. I bring fun. I bring adventure. I bring intellect. I bring conversation, witty banter. I bring beauty. I bring softness and sweetness. I bring the sexy. I bring an influence, right? I bring great ideas. I bring support, emotional support and physical, actual support for your business or whatever it is you got going on, whatever it is you need me to do, I'm doing, right? I bring comfort. I bring an understanding. I bring an ability to listen and understand. Like I bring so much to a man. And I also happen to be a great cook. And I also happen to be a freak, like I bring a lot of stuff. I bring a lot of stuff. Okay. And it has nothing to do with anything tangible or physical that I've acquired. It's not that at all. I make men feel at ease. I make men feel accepted and wanted. I boost a man's confidence. I stroke a man's ego when necessary. That's another thing I want you ladies to really pay attention to. Are you inspiring and encouraging confidence in the man? Because when you do that, that's how you get the absolute best version of him. I want you to support his need for confidence. It's important that he be confident. And how can you do that? You are going to encourage him. You are going to appreciate whatever he's doing right or whatever he's doing well. You're going to call those things out. You're going to speak life into him. Yes, she said, so we need to focus on soft skills. Yes. And you're a woman. Like to me, that's so natural. But in today's market, it's not. Women are being prided on being men. Like women they're all their accomplishments and everything that they're doing. It's like the world is rewarding them for being masculine. And I don't want any part of that. I am the girl. I want love and cherishing and devotion. Those are the three things that make me feel amazing. A man's containment, a man's masculine frame, his love, his cherishing, and his devotion to me. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm after. I want to feel safe and I want to feel secure. But this whole idea of me trying to bring to a man what really a man is supposed to be bringing to me, I don't want any parts of that. A lot of women, they have become men. They provide their own containment. I've already talked about this. That's why you push back on it so hard. You see a man's love and protection and masculine frame as control, as oppression, as less than. It is anything but that. So yeah, we got to do better. And yeah, I'm gonna mention this, and you know, how y'all feel about it is how y'all feel about it. You need to be pleasable. You should stop moving the goalpost. Some of y'all, okay, you know what it is that will make you happy. You know what it is you want. And then when the man do that, it's something else. It's changed. It's different. It's something else. Stop that. Be pleasable. Babe, I would love it if you would bring in some fresh cut flowers. He brings home fresh cut flowers, the end. That don't then turn into, could you make something for dinner? Could you clean up after? Could you do this with the kids? No, thank you for the flowers. That's it. But y'all move the goalposts all around all the time. You're not pleasable. A man needs to win with you. He needs to meet the needs you have well. He needs you to appreciate it and acknowledge it. The end. Yes, I did that. I'm winning. Okay? Be pleasable. Learn how to be led. Y'all don't like it when I use the submission word, but learn how to be led. Learn how to accept a man's healthy leadership. Stop asking why all the time. Why you do this? Why we going here? Why you do that? Like, seriously. Avoid putting why ahead of your questions. Now, I'm going to be honest. You can say, what made you choose that restaurant? Like, you can use anything else but why. Or where is that restaurant located? You know, where are we going? You can say that. Nobody's saying that you don't have a brain. Nobody's saying that you can't think for yourself. But we're simply saying, if you have a good, healthy man, if you have a man who loves you and wants to make you happy, and by the way, ladies, men want to make us happy. Men want to make us happy. You see this whole world that we live in right now? Men built it. Men built this world for us. Okay? And y'all feel a way about it. But you need to get over it. Because there's a whole lot of jobs out here in the world that built this whole infrastructure that y'all don't want to do. Y'all don't want to climb up on that cell phone tower. Y'all don't want to be these little men in the street, repaving the street. Y'all don't want to do that. But y'all want to drive on the street, right? You want to have a street free of potholes, and you want, you know, the street to be nice and smooth, but you don't want to be one of them little men out on the street repaving the road. So I need y'all to have a new level of appreciation for men. Okay? They built this entire world and everything you see in it, and they did it for you. Okay? So that birth control you taking, men created that. That tampon you using, men created that. Okay? And that car and everything else, men created that. She said, I'm definitely not going to work on the bridges, tunnels, etc. Precisely. I need you to have a new, improved appreciation for men. Okay? So you out with a man and something break out and he have to physically shield you from the foolishness, you need to have an appreciation for men. Okay? Because I'm going to keep it real. I got 5 or 6 guys right now on my list. Something break out, that's exactly where I'm going. And look, I got them all on the list based on distance, right? So this the one I can get to the fastest. Then if I got to go over here, then if I got to go even further, I got a whole list of men. And I'm like, yep, anything break out, this is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. Y'all need to have a new appreciation for men. And not just the men you know, even the men you don't know. Smile at a man. Let him bask in the glow of your feminine essence. Smile at him. Thank him for holding the door open. Thank him for paying for your meal. Thank him for helping you with your car or anything else. I take my car to get the oil changed. I look a man dead in his face. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I appreciate the service you provided today. I do that every time. But again, men love me because I love them. They can tell a woman who genuinely loves men. Okay? Become that woman. Get curious about men. Ask questions. The other thing y'all ladies irritate me with is y'all love assuming. Y'all love to assume. Y'all love to jump to conclusions. Like I said, Lord help us. Y'all love to jump to conclusions. Ask questions. Well, what were you thinking when that happened? Just ask questions. Stop assuming everything. This is what's happening. This is how I feel about it. What do you think? What is this about? Tell me, what this means to me, what this means to us. What were you feeling when you said this or did this? Ask questions. Get curious. Okay? Stop assuming all the time. Take your ego out of it. But please be an ally to a man's healthy masculinity. Lean back. Lean back. We all have a role. We all have a part to play. And so, stay in your role. Stay in your role. Let your man be in his role. And stop trying to go over in that lane unless you signal. Because remember, every relationship is different. I could be in a relationship where the man does all the cooking. And if that's what we have decided, that's what he wants to do, that's fine for us. I could be in a relationship where, I cut the grass. If that's what we have decided, that's what works for us or whatever. But I would signal before I went over into his lane. I wouldn't just let me come over here to your side of the fence. I'm going to ask for permission. I'm not just going to come over to your side. Okay, but we need a newfound appreciation for men. We do. We do. Women are entitled. I'm not talking about all of them. Y'all never going to hear me say all women. All women. No, a lot of them. You're entitled. You believe that men exist, simply like an accessory. It's like a bag or a pair of shoes. The relationship is all about you and meeting your needs. A lot of women think this way. That's the whole point of being in a relationship is the man makes them look good and the man buys them things and the man does this and goes on trips and does that. What do he want? What is he getting out of it? But, did you ask? You ever think to ask? Like, what would you like from this? What are your thoughts? What are your expectations? I always ask that with anybody I'm dating. What is your expectation from me? See, how about you ask that on the first date, second date, third date? So what's your expectation of me? What's your expectation of this situation or this relationship? What is it that you need? See, y'all not asking that question. It's married women not asking that question. Y'all done got way to marriage and you ain't never asked your man what he need from you. What is his expectation of you? That's crazy to me. So, yeah, the relationship does not exist just for your benefit. It exists so that two people can come together. They can get their needs met. They can live a life that's better than on their own. They can support each other in their hopes and their dreams. They can raise a family together. They can create a legacy. They can, they can create something that other people can look to as a great example of, yes, this is what coming together and partnering in a healthy way looks like. But it's not just about, sorry, sis, it's not just about you. It's not. Okay? It's not just about the man doing for you and making you look good. It really isn't. He got some needs too. And how about this? He don't even have many. He don't even have many and y'all can't meet them. Like, he ain't even got that many needs. You got 10 times more needs than he got. And you ain't even meeting the 3 to 5 or 8 needs that he got. So check yourself. Check yourself. You're not respecting him. You're not admiring him. You don't trust him. Okay? You don't appreciate him. You don't acknowledge what he does. Okay? Because y'all like to use phrases like, he's supposed to do that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Okay? Appreciate men. Acknowledge them. We wouldn't have this world we're living in if it wasn't for them. It's not hard. It's not hard, but somebody got y'all twisted out here. That, a man he's supposed to know and he's supposed to do this and do that. Okay, and what do you bring of value? Because you both should be adding value to each other's lives. Last I checked. That's what healthy people do. Okay? I hope this lesson was helpful. Let me go back. I got some comments here. Okay, she says we need both masculine and feminine energy to be in sync with one another. Precisely. That's precisely. Ma teaches balance. We need, okay, she just cleaned it up. Okay. Yes, we do. We do. Okay, he said not just sex need. That's right behind respect though. It's right behind respect. It is what it is. Right behind respect. And again, ladies, this is the first thing I assess, okay? I'm just keeping it real. I find out what a man's true, nature is, what his desire is, and I assess if I can meet it. Because there's some men on the planet, I can't meet it. Like, I just be honest with them. Hey, bruh, if you need to do this every day, multiple times a day, like, and you serious, I probably can't do all that. I'm just honest. I can't do all that. I can do a whole lot, but I can't do that. So assess what that looks like. And then when you do that, that means that at any point in your journey in this relationship, you keeping that in your mind. Because here's what a lot of women tell me. Well, Anita, I had a baby. Anita, I'm going through perimenopause or menopause. Or Anita, I'm going through this. Or Anita, okay, but assess the fact that, okay, that is a need that my man has. That don't change the fact that your man has that need. Okay? That does not change the fact that your man has that need. Just like if he up and, lost his job and then got depressed because he lost his job. Because remember, confidence is everything to a man. So when bad things happen, a man's confidence drops. And bad things happen when that happens. But you know what? I go to my man, I say, look, we got bills. Like, I understand that you got let go of your job. I understand your confidence is low. That don't change the fact that the rent is due. That don't change the fact that the mortgage is coming up. Okay? We need to problem solve. We need to figure out how to meet that need. And him coming to me saying, yeah, I lost my job and now I feel down and I just need to lay on the couch. No, we still have a need that has to be met. Throughout all of that, we need to figure out what to do about this. Okay? Ladies, the same thing applies to you. I told y'all about my hormone balancing journey. Saved my life. That was the best thing I ever did. It's the best money I spend every month. My hormones are balanced. I'm back. Okay? I'm back. My body is back. Everything is back. Because I did what I had to do. I'm asking y'all to do the same thing. That's not an excuse to not meet a need that your partner has. You have to problem solve. You have to figure it out. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't need to belabor that point. Okay? Whatever you going through, that's not an excuse to just cut your man off from sexual intimacy. It's not. It's not. So you just got to figure it out. You got to work together. But that's, again, you wanted to marry a man. And that's men. That's men. That's what it is. All right. I hope this lesson was helpful today. And this was a little bit of harsh truth. Ladies, how you feel about it is how you feel about it. If you're coming in on the end of this live, because I have an appointment at 12 o'clock, I have a client coming in. You're coming in on the end of this live, feel free to watch the replay. I am about to save it so that everyone can watch it because I think these lessons are very important. Very important. They're hard pills to swallow, but we need to swallow them whole, especially if we want to be in a healthy, happy, long-term relationship. Okay, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm about. So please feel free to watch the replay. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Ooh, I almost forgot. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we are doing virtual speed dating right here on IG Live. You do not need to sign up or DM me. You need to be on IG Live at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to be a featured single, you get 5 minutes. You are going to send a request to be on the live. Okay? I'm going to ask you some demographical information. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we're going to move it along. Okay? 5 minutes. Don't be long-winded. Don't be talking about this and that and the third. Move it along. And I'm going to give this warning at the beginning tomorrow. Okay? So tomorrow, Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We will be back here. We will have speed dating. Please look your best. Please dress to impress. Okay? I don't care if you sitting in your house. When you come on this live, you out in public. Don't ever forget that. Stop coming on live and looking like, oh, I'm super comfortable, I'm at home. No, you in public. You in public. Every time you go on a live, you are in public. You might as well see yourself out at Walmart or wherever. Okay? So look like you should be out in public. Look accordingly. All right? That's the warning I'm going to give about that. You're welcome. All right. Have a great rest of your afternoon. And as always, stay open to love.